Hi everyone. This is a tutorial on how to complete a semester course progress monitoring report. For this assignment, you need to be aware that it is cumulative, meaning you are going to have, by the time you're finished, you will submit about 8 of these reports. On the file assignment On the assignment file on Canvas, I want you to notice that you have blank templates that you will need to keep throughout the semester. The purpose of this assignment is twofold. Number one, it's intended for you to be used as a tool to establish how you want to finish at the completion of the course. The other purpose is for you to monitor and adjust your performance as we move through the semester. You'll be doing one of these approximately every 2 weeks. So let's take a look at how to do this. The directions say, for this assignment, you'll monitor and report your course progress towards meeting your goals. By the end of the semester, this form will reflect your entire semester history. So you will have your report number 1, and then when you do your second report, you'll have to change to report number 2. And when you do your third report, you'll need to adjust report number 3, and so on. You can go ahead at this time and update all of the future reports accordingly so that you don't have to remember to do this later on down the road. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly do that. This is number 7. This is number 8. If you want, you can go ahead and insert page numbers as well. We'll put those for this, put them at the top of the page for this one, just so it's easy to spot right away. All right. If you have extra pages in here, that's isn't going to hurt anything. It's totally up to you. All right, let's get back to completing the document now. So the first report will typically happen in the first month of the course. So for this purpose, we're in spring, so we'll say January 22nd, 2023 is when the first report is due. The next box asks you for your first and last name. So our student is Justin Case, so we will be completing the data for Justin Case's performance. All right. So what final grade does Justin want for the course? He wants a 96%. Now, it's important to always work with numbers, and Canvas assists us with that. Everything is reported as a percentage, as a number. We need those numbers for comparison so we can see how we were doing and how we're doing right now, and what we want to do in terms of making any adjustments to our performance habits to ensure that we either stay on a positive trajectory, or if we had a little bit of a drop off and need to really tighten up a couple of habits. So Justin wants a 96%. So as of today, this is Justin's current reality. He's got a 94. And the last grade, if you have a last grade, for many of you, this is going to be the first grade, but In this case, Justin had a last grade and it was 98%. All right, so that's what we're going to put there. If you don't have a grade, then just this is not my first, this is my first grade, so I don't have one prior to compare with. So Justin's grade, it looks like it's gone down. So this next set of questions asks, compared to my last grade for Justin, that's the 98, my grade has done what? Has it gone up, gone down, stayed the same? Well, it used to be 98, now it's 94. So Justin's grade has gone down. Then you need to explain your answer. Justin's saying my grade went down because I turned an assignment in late. Okay, it's important to remember that in college level assignments, you want to use a straightforward, complete statement that fully addresses what the issue was or is. And as always, we use capital letters appropriately. We use proper pronoun of I, not the lowercase I, and we end our statements with periods, unless you're really excited and you want to use an exclamation point. But anyway, notice there is an example. My grade has gone up, etc., etc. It's a complex sentence. So always remember college level statements. The next question asks, what can your instructor do to improve your experience in the course? Justin says, I'm doing well and on track. So even though he's had a bit of a dip, he really feels like he's on top of things. He turned something in late. Maybe he had another paper he was working on and just made the decision to manage his time in a different direction. No judgment. So what you want to avoid is saying something like NA, nothing. Again, always keep in mind you are in college. And if you ever have questions about what you can put in this box, you can always reach out to your instructor, and I'm always happy to give you some ideas. The next prompt asks about what are your current number of absences. Being aware of your attendance history is absolutely essential to performing well, which is why you're asked these questions about attendance history. So that information you can always find on Canvas if you go to your grades and go to the assignment. I believe it's the last one. It's called semester attendance. All my comments are there. Just record that information in here. Remember, this is detailed information. Do not just write, if you have 2, don't just write the number 2. You need to write in a complete sentence, and you need to specify the dates. The next item says, how many, if any, tardies do you have? The same principle applies. You need to write in a complete sentence and specify the dates. Are you at risk of being dropped? Now, this is a yes or no answer, and I would accept yes or no. Can you elaborate? Of course you can. I always read these and I do write back if there's something there that, needs my feedback. And the last question is there anything else you think is important to share with your instructor? So again, you don't want to write no, not at this time. You really want to think about what is important information to share. So for example, if you have a college field trip that's coming up and you're going to be absent, or you have a really big assignment coming due, or a big test in calculus, or you're working extra shifts and you're feeling kind of tired, you don't have to get into your personal life. I believe in preserving your dignity to privacy and your right to privacy. But it's always a good idea to put something thoughtful in these responses. It's just a good habit because these kinds of assignments do pop up in other places, and it's a good place to sharpen your edge. So that is it for this tutorial. As always, if you have questions, just reach out to me either via Canvas email, or you can drop in through the Google Meets link. Um, If you have questions, would love to hear you or just some feedback. Thanks for now. Thanks. Thanks for dropping in. Bye bye.